If you truly know who you are, you're not going to predicate how you feel about yourself based on other people's opinions. And that's not to say that there is not value in other people's perceptions, but when you really know who you are and you know what you believe in, everything comes with a grain of salt, and you don't just adopt a belief, but rather you analyze it and compare it with your beliefs. But if you lack self-awareness to a degree, then how you view yourself and your beliefs is sort of a composite and a mix of the surrounding environment and those outside voices, your family, your friends, you know, everyone around you, the surrounding world and the external world. And so I do sometimes catch myself and feel as though that I'm taking on someone else's beliefs, and I try my best to be aware of that, because often you'll face problems in life and something will feel off, but sometimes it can be hard to realize that's because maybe what you're doing is not aligned with who you truly are. And I think ultimately that's where a lot of unhappiness and overall anxiety and problems in life come from. It comes from straying away from your psychological nature. And this is from not being self-aware, because I think we all have a nature. And what I mean by nature is that we all have something that makes us unique, what makes us idiosyncratic human beings. And I think that the further that we get away from this, the more problems will arise ultimately. And this cannot be escaped from with money, with drugs, with anything, because this is to the root of who we are. And so ultimately I think that's the job of the unconscious. When we stray away from things that our unconscious is trying to tell us, and it'll tell us in moments that maybe we least expect, in our dreams. You might drift off and you might have a fantasy and you might not even realize what your psyche is trying to convey to you, a message that you're getting that you're not receiving. And so a lot of times people respond by seeking the outside world, seeking things outside of themselves, when ultimately it is true that everything is within. The way that I think of it sometimes is that we have internal levers, and that these levers are completely controlled by us. And so we pull them and we make the changes. And when we try and make a change that is external of us, we ultimately just pretty much create more problems. And we create a sort of construction outside of us that is not natural to who we are. I think that the best way to understand things that you work on is to apply them and to practice them and experience them. And so that's something that is I think what I'm going to be committing my life to, and exploring them further, and exploring the idea on an intellectual level, a logical level, a rational level, but also an experiential level and an intuitive level. So yeah, I know this has been a bit of a rant, a little all over the place, but the main point that I think I'm trying to make, pretty much analyze your beliefs, analyze why you have those beliefs. And I think it's really important to always get at the why you do something. And so this can heal a lot of the pain or maybe problems that you've had in your life, because you've maybe strayed away from your beliefs or who you truly are. Or maybe you don't know your beliefs, but spending more time with yourself will allow you to ask those questions so you can get those answers, and so that you can form a being and then live a life that is true to who you are. And so ultimately the first thing to do is to acknowledge, I guess, previous beliefs that you've had, a certain life that you're living, the direction that you're going in, and how you feel about yourself. You know, why do you maybe think that you behave this way? Why people characterize you this way? And so you can look at all of that, and maybe you'll come to new beliefs. Maybe you'll challenge your old beliefs. And it can definitely be an uncomforting process, but I think it's a process that is ultimately the most fulfilling thing that you can do to self-actualize your capabilities, your potentials, and your true being. So yeah, I know that was a little all over the place, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate it if you stayed through the whole video, and if you would subscribe to my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment, leave your thoughts. That would truly mean a lot to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'm sending great energy to all of you. Peace.